Welcome back to CTV Morning Live. Now, a lot of you are on Facebook and have probably noticed recently that there's been this new video that's been popping up talking about the timeline. It's called
Timeline.
Timeline. Yep. Melissa Ray is joining us. She's a social media expert, yayaonline.com. And this is something, I mean, we can moan and groan as much as we want. This is happening.
This is happening.
We'll be shifting over to this.
Facebook is rolling it out right now, and it's really a dramatic change from what they were seeing in their old profiles, but it's really creative and it gives people a lot of new options. There's a couple of really big changes, and some people might like them, and it might take a bit of time to adjust.
I love the first thing that you see, which is pretty much your profile pic, but then there's an opportunity for you to show more of your personality with this big cover shot, right?
Absolutely. The cover photo is one of the newest things. So they've minimized the profile pic down here, but then you can kind of express yourself beyond the profile pic with something that's meaningful in your life.
Now, what are the major changes that people need to be aware of?
Well, the major changes that people need to be aware of, and some of them are really fun. One down here is the life events. So before we could do our status updates and we could update our relationship from single, in a relationship, married, now it gives you a lot more options. So you have 5 different options down here for categories, and then you have a whole bunch of subcategories that you can update, whether you get a new job, if you're expecting a child, if you're retiring, if you bought a new home, and you can put those all into your timeline.
Okay, now what is this timeline really referring to? Because I noticed that I had a lot of activity up at the top, and then I didn't really understand what this meant, but you could go back and create your life over again if you wanted to.
Absolutely. In the old profiles, you found that things got buried pretty quickly, and you'd have to click through the old links to get back to when you first joined Facebook.
Like on your wall or anything like that, right?
Absolutely. So now what it's done is it's organized everything into years, and then it's broken it down into months. So if you posted something 6 years ago, instead of clicking through all your old links, now it's really easy to find.
Now, at the same time, it becomes a lot more public. It's as though more information is out there.
Absolutely.
And so let's say 6 years ago you were in college and you have all of your college pics up. This becomes a lot easier for other people to kind of go through things.
Absolutely. It seems like a lot more content, but really it's stuff that was already there, but it might have been buried. So now it's kind of popping up. So if you hadn't adjusted your privacy settings when you first issued the picture, it's a great time to go back and kind of reevaluate things, because Facebook does give you a 7-day review window where you can go back for 7 days before it launches live, and you can adjust everything you need to.
Because it will automatically bring everything forward and put it into when things went into the timeline, right?
Yes.
But you have the opportunity, especially if you were college, but now you're a graduate and you're looking for a business, and we all know right now that people are searching through social media.
Absolutely.
So you can go back and then change the settings or change what you want people to see.
And you can do that right down here in your activity log, which is another new feature on the timeline. It's really handy, and it allows you to manage everything from a central location. So you can adjust all of your posts if you want it just for yourself, if you want it to be viewing just by friends, if you want to make it public. And that way you can kind of keep content that you want to keep under wraps, and things that you want to celebrate with everybody on your timeline. You can do that also.
So when is this going to happen? Because people are going to fight it, but this is something that you're actually going to have to switch to. So how is Facebook doing that?
There's an option to roll it out now where you log into Facebook, and in the left-hand side, you'll usually see the Facebook map and kind of the general description. Now you're seeing the timeline video, so it's giving people the option to get timeline, but eventually you'll see it in your profile. It'll be rolling out for everyone.
It'll just change over automatically for you.
Eventually, yes. Everyone will have to make the shift.
So maybe watch the video, get on board, maybe check out some of your friends who have already done it, because you see like half of us have already changed over, half of it not, so you can actually see it is very different. The wall is completely different to kind of figure out.
Yeah, if you scroll through, you can see that the way things are showcased are a little different. So now instead of stacked one on top of the other, it's still kind of reverse chronological order, but it's a little bit more bold.
Hopefully by the time we actually figure it out, they won't be rolling out a new one.
Absolutely.
But in any case, great information. You can check out more at yayaonline.com. The information was listed right there, and you're helping out tons of people kind of figure out everything that has to do, especially the mom and pop shops, and getting themselves back onto the social media, Twitter, Facebook, everything you can think of. We do have to take a short commercial break. We're back. We're heading into the kitchen. We're also heading back with Sarah Freemark's tour of C'est Bon Cooking. That's all coming your way after this.